Hi, and welcome to my channel. My name is Tamisha, and the name of this channel is The Whitmores. Today, I'll be making Jamaican style oxtails. My version, rather. I'm not Jamaican, I am African American, but I love Jamaican oxtails, and so does my husband. And we just watched a video on Sunday of another YouTuber. His name is Black Denim, BL4CK Denim, aka Ryan Mack. He has a wonderful channel. He vlogs, he cooks, and every Sunday he has a what you're cooking series. So this past Sunday he cooked oxtails, and my husband and I have been craving it since that video. So today I'm going to surprise hubby. I'm going to cook the oxtails before he get home from work, and I decided that I wanted to do a little quick video on how I prepare my Jamaican inspired oxtails. So these are all the ingredients that I'll be using. I have salt, I have jalapeno, I have habanero peppers. I'm going to use canola oil. I have this burnt sugar back there, which is a browning. I have black pepper. I'm going to use like 1 bouillon cube. I have butter beans, smoked paprika, granulated garlic, onion powder, ginger. I'm going to use the vinegar to clean the oxtails. I have soy sauce, Worcestershire sauce, tomato, ketchup, onion, a tomato, garlic cloves, thyme, tomato paste, allspice, aka pimento seeds, ground cumin, basil, carrots, scallions, and I have 5 packs of oxtails. And these oxtails are expensive. They didn't used to cost this much. They're $4.75, and it's only like 3 in a pack. I mean, this is crazy. We used to get like 5 or 6 pieces of oxtail in the pack for about $5. Now it's just like 3 for $4.75, and this is at ShopRite. And we're located in Philly, PA. So this is like ridiculous. So I bought 5 packs. All right, I have my vegetables here, and I'm going to put all of these vegetables into the food processor. I have 4 stalks of scallion, 1 habanero pepper. I have about 6 garlic cloves chopped, a half of an onion. I have some pimento seeds back there. I have about 7 or 8. I have a few sprigs of fresh thyme, and I have 1/2 of a tomato chopped up. Then I'm going to clean my carrot, and then once I clean it by scraping off this outer skin, I'm going to chop it in big chunks and then place it in a food processor so that everything can just blend all together. So this is how my carrots are looking after I've peeled the skin off of them. So I'm going to cut them up in big chunks, place them in my food processor, and then I'm going to add them to the rest of the chopped up vegetables. So change of plans. Instead of adding the carrots to the food processor, I just chop them up, and I'm going to add them into the oxtails like halfway through. And I want them to cook with the oxtails. I want to have them in there as slices to give a nice little presentation once the dish is finished. And this is all of my vegetables that I processed in a food processor: the habanero, the scallion, the garlic, the thyme, the tomato, the onion, and it smells so delicious. It smells so fresh. I just want to stick a chip or something in there and just eat it as it is. It smells so good, and it is spicy because of the habanero. So when I come back, I'm going to finish cleaning the oxtails. I had them soaking in water and vinegar for about 15 minutes. So I'm going to finish cleaning them off, and then when I come back, I'm going to pour this vegetables onto the oxtails along with the dried seasonings that I had put aside, and I'm going to place everything into a Ziploc bag, and I'm going to let it marinate for about 2 hours. So in this bowl I have all of my seasonings. I use 2 tablespoons of each spice. So that's 2 tablespoons of salt, 2 tablespoons of basil, 2 tablespoons of onion powder, 2 tablespoons of cumin, ginger, granulated garlic, smoked paprika, and pepper. So I'm going to add all of this onto my oxtails, and I'm just going to rub it in and marinate it really well. So this is how the oxtails are looking after I've seasoned them with all my spices. Now I mix together 3 liquids. It's going to be the burnt sugar, the Worcestershire, and the P.F. Chang soy sauce. I use 2 tablespoons of each, and I have them here in this bowl. So I'm just going to pour that into the oxtails and mix them all together. So these are how the oxtails are looking after I added 2 tablespoons of these 3 ingredients. And I massaged that liquid into the oxtails, into every single piece of meat, so that everyone was nice and coated. Now I'm going to add my minced vegetables onto the oxtails. Okay, so I've added my mixed vegetables into the oxtail. So now I'm going to just mix it up all together. And I'm wearing gloves because that burnt sugar, which is a browning, it stains, and I don't want that all underneath my nails. So when I was mixing that the burnt sugar mixture onto the oxtails, I wore gloves, and I'm wearing them again to help incorporate the mixed vegetables into it as well. I'm just making sure that every single piece is coated. It smells so good. It smells just so fresh. Them vegetables. It smells like a herb garden. Alright, so now I'm going to pour the oxtails into a Ziploc bag, and I'm going to let it marinate in the refrigerator for 2 hours. So I'm going to let the oxtails marinate in the Ziploc bag for, like I said, about approximately 2 hours, because it's going to take about 3 hours to cook, and I want them to be done before my husband gets home. So these are the 2 sides that I'm going to be pairing up with the oxtails. I have some cabbage here. I'm just going to saute it in a little bit of butter. And then I have this ready rice, red beans and rice by Uncle Ben's. And this right here, this rice is so quick and easy to make. All you have to do is just tear like along the top part, like maybe an inch along the top part of the package. Squeeze the body of it to break the rice up, and put it in the microwave for 90 seconds. And this rice is so good and flavorful. So when you're making a meal and you want some quick, easy rice that still tastes good, you want to cheat a little bit, buy yourself some of these Uncle Ben's ready rice. Like, the flavors are so delicious, and they're not expensive. They're like $2 and something a pack, and they're just quick and easy. You can pair it up with, you know, any meal you want to. But I've been loving these lately when I don't want to cook a whole, you know, pot of rice. This is nice, quick, and easy. So I have my cabbage on, and all I did was add 4 tablespoons of butter. I put the cabbage in after I chopped it, and then I added some salt and some pepper, and I'm just going to let it cook down until it's nice and wilted. So my cabbage is done cooking. I'm going to remove it, and now I'm going to start on the oxtails. So I've added my canola oil to this pan, and I'm about to saute, well rather brown, my oxtails before putting them in the pot with the rest of my remaining ingredients. Okay, this is about 4 tablespoons of canola oil. So this is the first batch that I'm browning. I think I don't have one more batch or 1.5 batches to brown in the pan. And then once I'm done this process, I'll put it into my big pot along with the remaining ingredients. So I'm going to sear this on both sides. Once it's brown on one side, then once it's brown on the other side, then I'll take it out the pan. Look at how seasoned these oxtails are. Oh my gosh. You can see all the little specks of seasoning on this meat. And when I say it smells delicious, it smells so good in this kitchen. And you don't want to overcrowd your pan because the oxtails won't brown effectively. So if you have to do it in batches, so be it. Let it be done in batches. So I just flipped them over to the other side. As you can see, they're nice and browned on this side. And again, this smells so good in this kitchen. If my hubby was home, he'd be in here every 5 seconds asking, is it done yet? Is it done yet? So I'm glad he's not here disturbing me. But it smells so good in this kitchen right about now. So I'm going to continue to brown the oxtails on the other side. And then I'm going to do my second batch. And then I'll be back when I put them in my bigger pan with the remaining ingredients. Alright, so this is the second batch that I've just put in. So like I did with the first batch, I'm just going to brown it on the first side, flip it, brown it on the second side, and then remove it. So these are the oxtails that I just took out the frying pan. I'm just letting them rest here while I finish preparing the rest of the sauce that's going to go into my big pot with these oxtails. So this is the remainder of the marinade that it was sitting in. I'm going to pour that into my frying pan, and then I'm going to use the rest of this can of tomato paste. I'm just going to saute both of these up real quick in the pan just to let them get warm, and then I'm going to put everything in my big pot. So this is the remaining marinade from the bag that the oxtails were marinating in. And then the tomato paste, I forgot to say that was a half of a can. I used half for a previous recipe. So the remainder is what I'm using here. So don't use a full small can of tomato paste, just a half of a can. So I'm going to just let this saute. I'm going to mix it up really well. And once it's all incorporated, then I'll turn the fire off and I'm going to add everything to my bigger pot where the oxtails are going to continue to simmer for about 3 hours. So this is the consistency of the tomato paste and the marinade once I let it simmer for, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes. Make sure your fire is not up high because the tomato paste will burn. So just let it simmer for at least 3 to 4 to 5 minutes just to get everything nicely incorporated. So now I'm going to turn the fire off and I'm going to add everything into my bigger pot. Alright, so here's my oxtails in my pot. Now I'm going to add the marinade, the tomato paste on top. So this is how it looks once I add the marinade over top. So now I'm going to squeeze in about 2 to 3 tablespoons of ketchup. I don't normally do it, but my co-workers who are Jamaican and Trinidadian and Bayesian, which is, you know, they're from Barbados, they always add ketchup to their dishes. So I'm going to add it to see what difference it makes. They swear by it. I don't know if it's just a cultural thing or if it actually flavors the meat. But I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of ketchup. Then I'm going to add enough water to cover the oxtails, and then I'm going to put my habanero pepper on top and just let it sit on top of the water and then just continually release its flavor while the oxtails are cooking. Alright, so this is how the pot is looking. I have my oxtails. I added my 4 tablespoons of ketchup. I'm going to add in 2 bouillon cubes, beef bouillon cubes. 1, 2. Then I'm going to add in my habanero pepper. I'm just going to let it sit on top. And it's going to sit on top as the pot cooks down. I added enough water to cover my oxtails. I didn't measure the water because everybody's pot is different. Just add enough water to cover your pot, your oxtails, so that you're not seeing it. And then I'm going to add, put my lid on. I'm going to let this cook on medium heat for 2 hours. I'm going to check it, see how the broth is coming along. If I need to re-season the broth, then I will. And at that time, I'm going to add my butter beans and my carrots. And then I'll let it cook for an additional 1 hour. So total, it should take about 3, maybe 3.5 hours for the oxtails to be nice, tender, fork tender, and ready to eat. So at 2 hours, I'll bring you back and let you know how we're progressing. Well, the oxtails are done. I made oxtail stew. And in this bowl, I have the oxtails, carrots, butter beans, and all the mixed up vegetables that were simmered in the oxtails. So the dish smells wonderful. I'm about to make hubby a plate. I'm quite sure he's going to enjoy it. And here in this pot, I have all the leftovers we'll use for another dish. So I'm going to freeze it in the freezer and maybe use it to, I don't know, maybe cook a roast or something. So that's my oxtails. Hope you enjoyed the video.
Alright, my wife made me some oxtails. They look good. I'm gonna try them for you guys. Let me try this cabbage first. I like cabbage. Got some red rice here. These oxtail. Look at all that meat. Come right off the bone. Flavor really nice. And a little heat to it. Spicy, but not too spicy. Look at that meat coming out the bone. Okay. The oxtails are excellent. Excellent. You guys like the video that my wife can make? You guys like the video that my wife made, the oxtails? Please leave a comment, like, and subscribe. And also hit the notification bell on the video so you'll be notified when we put out new videos. You gotta try this right here. This right here is good. Especially now during this winter. Cold winter time, this is what you need. Woo! Peace.